Yeah, baby.
The boarding gate was nearly empty when I found my place at last. A carry-on beneath the chair and headphones in my hands. The runway lights stretch endlessly beyond the airport glass, like a road disappearing slowly into the night.
Yeah, window seat looking down at the city, watching everything get smaller underneath me. Street lights turning into dots, highways in the lines. Funny how perspective changes when you're this high. The same problems felt enormous just a couple hours ago. Now they're somewhere on the ground with the traffic moving slow. Got a one-way ticket in the head full of thoughts, trying to figure out what's next between takeoff and tomorrow.
Window seat, looking out across the clouds. Window seat, far away from all the noise. Window seat, somewhere between where I was and where I'm going.
The city disappeared below, replaced by moonlight on the clouds. The cabin lights were dimmed down low, and everybody settled in. A baby cried a few rows back. A flight attendant walked the aisle, while somewhere in the darkness a new chapter waited. Look, I always like flying at night. Something about those quiet hours when you're disconnected from the world and connected to yourself. No notifications buzzing, no place you gotta be. Just miles of open sky and room enough to think. Maybe life is kinda like a flight. You can't stay where you started and you can't see the whole route until you travel part of it. The engines kept humming, the clouds drifted below, and the city became a memory of lights.
Window seat.
The stadium lights burn through the dark. Friday night out at the park. The metal bleachers shook beneath the crowd's excitement. Oh, the marching band was playing loud. The whole town seemed to gather there. And every seat held somebody chasing a memory. Yeah, Bleachers, back row with the crew, talking about the future like we already knew. Football on the field, but our minds somewhere else. Dreaming about the cities we'd eventually find ourselves. Cold soda in my hand, jacket on the seat, watching life happen slowly to the rhythm of the week. Funny how those little nights start feeling bigger over time. Bleachers, underneath the Friday lights, holding on to summer nights, where the future felt so close and nobody knew. The scoreboard glowed against the sky. The game moved quarter after quarter. A train whistle echoed somewhere beyond the edge of town. The crowd cheered and settled down. The night grew colder than before, but nobody seemed ready for the evening to end. Look, I don't remember every score or every play they ran. I remember conversations, laughing with my friends. I remember making promises we really thought we'd keep. I remember leaving life was waiting at our feet. And maybe that's the thing about youth, you only see it later when the years start stacking higher, and those moments grow greater. Bleachers, still living in my mind. Frozen somewhere in time. And though the crowd went home, the echoes never did. Bleachers, Bleachers. shut off, the parking lot emptied, and the bleachers held onto our voices all night. Bleachers!
The rain came down on Maple Street, turning headlights into streams. The trees that once were bright were green, now painted gold and red. A coffee shop on a corner glowed through the foggy window glass, and the city seemed to move a little slower than before. Yeah, October rain got the whole town thinking, watching old memories flow by while the windshield's blinking. Summer packed its bags, didn't even say goodbye. One day you chase the sunset, next day the leaves start falling. Got my hoodie pulled tight, coffee warm my hands, driving through neighborhoods trying to understand how another year disappeared so fast again.
October rain, falling on the avenue, turning everything brand new. Watching yesterday away, but making memories stay.
October rain, check it out, yeah. October rain, falling on the avenue. October rain, turning everything brand new. October rain, washing yesterday away, but making memories stay. Yeah,
The park looked empty after dark. The basketball court stood alone. A lonely train crossed through the mist beyond the river bridge. The seasons change without asking, just like people sometimes do. And every drop against the glass sounded like a story.
I think that's why I love the fall. It never tries too hard, it just arrives quietly and leaves its mark. No fireworks, no lullabies, just cold air at night. A reminder every chapter ends to make room for another life. And every year around October I start slowing down, looking at the road behind me more than the road ahead.
October rain, still falling in my mind, frozen somewhere in time. Though the season moved along, the feeling stays strong. October rain, and though the season moved along, the feeling stays strong. The rain kept falling, the coffee grew cold, and another year drifted into memory.
The boarding gate was nearly empty, yeah, when I found my place at last. Yeah. I carry on beneath the chair and headphones in my hands. The runway lights stretched endlessly beyond the airport glass, like a road disappearing slowly into the night. Yeah, window seat looking down at the city, watching everything get smaller underneath me. Street lights turning into dots, highways into lines. Funny how perspective changes when you're this high. The same problems felt enormous just a couple hours ago. Now they're somewhere on the ground with the traffic moving slow. Got a one-way ticket and a head full of thoughts, trying to figure out what's next between takeoff and tomorrow. Window seat, looking out across the clouds. Window seat, far away from all the noise. Window seat, somewhere between where I was and where I'm going. The city disappeared below, replaced by moonlight on the clouds. The cabin lights were dimmed down low and everybody settled in. A baby cried a few rows back, a flight attendant walked the aisle, while somewhere in the darkness a new chapter waited. Look, I always like flying at night. Something about those quiet hours when you're disconnected from the world and connected connected to yourself. No notifications buzzing, no place you gotta be. Just miles of open sky and room enough to think. Maybe life is kinda like a flight. You can't stay where you started and you can't see the whole route until you travel part of it.
Window seat still carrying me forward. Window seat watching no horizons fade. Window seat, and no, I don't know what's ahead. I'm on my way. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, window seat. Yeah, yeah. The engines kept humming, the clouds drifted below, and the city became a memory of lights.
The album sat upon the shelf, worn edges, faded leather cover. Dust danced through the afternoon light across the living room. Grandma pulled it from the stack and smiled before she opened it, like she already knew the stories waiting inside. Yeah, the family album, every page a time machine. Every photo got a chapter, every face got a dream. Black and white pictures, people dressed in their best, standing on front porches trying to capture a moment. Back before smartphones, back before the internet, with memories lived in boxes instead of living on the web. Funny how one no photograph can bring a whole decade back. The family album, turning pages through the years. Holding laughter, holding tears. Every picture tells a story of who we are. A wedding picture from 72, a wedding picture from 72. A birthday party in the yard, a little kid riding a bike down a gravel road. Some faces gone, some still here, some names only stories now. But every page keeps breathing life into those moments. Look, I used to think history lived inside museums and books till I saw my grandfather as a teenager in these pictures, smiling with his friends, looking just like we did. Realizing every generation thought they had forever too, and maybe that's the magic hidden inside these pages. Not the photos themselves, but the lies they save from fading. The family album, still sitting on the shelf, teaching me about myself. And though the years keep moving on, the stories carry on. The page turns slowly, the sunlight crossed the room, and another generation smiled back at me. The family
The rain came down on Maple Street, turning headlights into streams. The trees that once were bright with green, now painted gold and red. A coffee shop on the corner glowed through the foggy window glass, and the city seemed to move a little slower than before.
Yeah, October rain got the whole town thinking, watching old memories flow by while the windshield's blinking. Summer packers bags, didn't even say goodbye. One day you're chasing sunset, next day the leaves start falling. Got my hoodie pulled tight, coffee warm in my hands, driving through neighborhoods trying to understand how another year disappeared so fast again.
October rain, falling on the avenue. October rain, turning everything brand new. October rain, washing yesterday away, but making memories stay.
October rain, October rain.
The park looked empty after dark. The basketball court stood alone. A lonely train crossed through the mist beyond the river bridge. The seasons change without asking, just like people sometimes do. And every drop against the glass sounded like a story.
Look, I think that's why I let her fall. It never tries too hard, it just arrives quietly and leaves its mark. No fireworks, no loud goodbyes, just colder air at night. A reminder every chapter ends to make room for another life. And every year around October I start slowing down, looking at the road behind me more than the road ahead.
October rain, still falling in my mind. October rain, frozen somewhere in time. October rain, and though the season moved along, the feeling stays strong. The rain kept falling, the coffee grew cold, and another year drifted into memory.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
The departure board lit up the hall. Flights leaving one by one. Rolling suitcases echoed loud across the polished floor. The morning sun came through the glass, painting gold across the gates. And somehow in that crowded place, everything felt still.
Yeah, yeah. Airport goodbye, hardest kind to make, cause nobody's really gone yet, but you know things finna change. Standing by security, trying hard not to show it, talking about random things, cause neither one of us wanna go there. The coffee's getting cold, the speakers call your flight, people moving all around us, but we're frozen in time. Funny how a few more minutes can suddenly mean the world.
Airport goodbye, under fluorescent sky. Airport goodbye, watching the moments fly. Airport goodbye, and every second feels too fast when you know it won't last.
Yeah,
The final boarding call came through, a voice above the terminal. You adjusted your backpack strapping, forced a little smile. The runway stretched beyond the glass, planes disappearing into clouds, while 1,000 different stories started and ended there.
Look, I remember every detail like it happened yesterday. The hoodie that you wore, the words we didn't say, cause sometimes goodbye ain't dramatic, no movie scene, no rain, just two people standing still, trying to act okay. And maybe that's why it stays with you long after it's done, not because it was loud, but because it wasn't.
Airport goodbye, still living in my mind. Airport goodbye, frozen somewhere in time. Airport goodbye, and though your flight disappeared, the moment stayed right here.
Yeah, The gate closed quietly. The plane became a dot in the sky. Yeah. And I stood there a little longer than I needed to. Hey, you know it. Yeah. Yeah. I got a little bit of baby. Let's go.
The apartment felt too quiet tonight. Rain tapping softly at the blinds. I was cleaning out my phone, deleting things I didn't need. Old screenshots, old contacts, conversations from the past. Then I found a message buried deep from years ago.
The voicemail dated back to 2019. Didn't even know it was still saved in my files. Almost hit delete without a second thought. Then I saw your name and suddenly I stopped. Hand froze over the screen. Heart skipped a beat like the years in between didn't exist for a week. Funny how one little notification can unlock a whole season you thought was gone forever.
The voicemail still living in my phone. The voicemail like a place I used to know. The voicemail, a voice from another life calling through the night.
I pressed play and heard you laugh before you even said a word.
Background noise
From a crowded street, somewhere downtown. You said you'd call me later, said you'd see me on a weekend. Said 100 little things that felt ordinary then. Look, that's the thing about memories. You never know which moment matters. You think the big events will stay, but it's the small stuff that lasts forever. The way your voice cracked when you started laughing, the way you paused for a second like you forgot what happened. Now that whole world exists inside 30 seconds, a sound of time capsule from a life that ain't around no more, no more, no more, no more, no more, no more, no more.
The voicemail still echoing through the years. The voicemail still louder than it appears. The voicemail, and though the line went dead long ago, the voice still feels close. The voicemail, the voicemail.
Okay, okay, yeah.
The voicemail,
Yeah, yeah.
the voicemail.
The message ended.
The rain kept falling,
The rain kept falling.
falling.
And for a moment, the past picked up the phone.
The voicemail.
Yeah. The departure board kept changing names. Cities lighting up in rows, rolling suitcases across the floor like rivers through the terminal. The morning hadn't fully come, but nobody here was sleeping. Every face was headed somewhere beyond these glass walls. Yeah, gate 23, coffee in my right hand, boarding pass folded up inside my jacket. People moving fast, trying to catch their flights while I'm sitting by the window watching runway lights. Funny how an airport feels like a world between worlds. Nobody really belongs here. Everybody's in transition. One chapter closing, another chapter beginning, and somehow both exist in the same minute.
Gate 23, waiting for the sky to open. Gate 23, standing on the edge of change. Gate 23, where goodbyes and dreams collide before the flight.
A little girl slept on a suitcase. A businessman stared at a screen. A couple held each other's hands like they were running out of time. The loudspeaker echoed softly through the half-awake terminal. And outside, the first sunlight touched the runway. Look, I always like these moments right before departure, when the future's still unwritten and the possibilities are larger. You don't know what's waiting on the other side of the clouds, only that you can't stay where you've been forever. Maybe that's a lesson hidden inside every gate. Sometimes growth looks exactly like walking toward uncertainty.
Gate 23, still living in my memory. Gate 23, part of my story. Gate 23, and when they called my row, I finally stood up. The boarding line moved slowly. The engine started humming, and another version of my life waited beyond the clouds' edge. Gate 23. stadium lights burn through the dark. Friday night out at the park. The metal bleachers shook beneath the crowd's excitement. The marching band was playing loud. The whole town seemed to gather there, and every seat held somebody chasing a memory. Yeah, bleachers, back row with the crew, talking about the future like we already knew. Football on the field, but our minds somewhere else, dreaming about the cities we'd eventually find ourselves. Cold soda in my hand, jacket on the seat, watching life happen slowly to the rhythm of the week. Funny how those little nights start feeling bigger over time. Bleachers, underneath the Friday lights, just holding on to summer nights, where the future felt so close and nobody knew. Let's go. The scoreboard glowed against the sky. The game moved quarter after quarter. A train whistle echoed somewhere beyond the edge of town. The crowd cheered and settled down. The night grew colder than before, but nobody seemed ready for the evening to end. Look, I don't remember every score or every play they ran. I remember conversations and laughing with my friends. I remember making promises we really thought we'd keep. I remember believing life was waiting at our feet. And maybe that's the thing about youth, you only see it later when the years start stacking higher and those moments grow greater. Bleachers, still living in my mind. Bleachers, frozen somewhere in time. Bleachers, and though the crowd went home, the echoes never died. Bleachers, oh, 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 oh. Bleachers, oh, 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 oh. Bleachers, oh, 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 oh. The lights shut out. The lights shut out. The lights shut out. The lights shut out. The parking lot emptied, and the bleachers held onto our voices all night. Bleachers, oh, 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 oh. The lights shut out. Oh, 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 oh. The lights shut out. Oh, 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 oh. Bleachers.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The departure board lit up the hall, flights leaving one by one. Rolling suitcases echo loud across the pilot's floor. The morning sun came through the glass, painting gold across the gates. And somehow in that crowded place, everything felt still. Yeah, airport goodbye, hardest kind of make, cause nobody's really gone yet, but you know things finna change. Standing by security, trying hard not to show it, talking about random things. Neither one of us wanna know where the coffee's getting cold. The speakers call your flight, people moving all around us, but we frozen in time. Funny how a few more minutes can suddenly mean the world. Yeah, airport goodbye, under fluorescent skies. Airport goodbye, watching the moments fly. Airport goodbye, and every second feels too fast when you know it won't last. Yeah, yeah. That's all it.
I thought about it everybody.
Yeah.
I thought about it everybody.
Yeah.
I thought about it everybody.
Yeah, yeah, The final boarding call came through, a voice above the terminal. You adjusted your backpack strap and forced a little smile. The runway stretched beyond the glass, planes disappearing in the clouds, while 1,000 different stories started and ended there. Look, I remember every detail like it happened yesterday. The hoodie that you wore, the words we didn't say. Cause sometimes goodbye ain't dramatic, no movie scene, no rain, just two people standing still trying to act okay. And maybe that's why it stays with you long after it's done. Not because it was loud, but because it wasn't.
stood there a little longer than I needed to. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
The voicemail. The apartment felt too quiet tonight. Rain tapping softly at the blinds. I was cleaning out my phone, deleting things I didn't need. Old screenshots, old contacts, conversations from the past. Then I found a message buried deep from years ago. Yeah, the voicemail dated back to 2019. Didn't even know it was still saved in my files. Almost hit delete without a second thought. Then I saw your name and suddenly I stopped. Hand froze over the screen. Heart skipped a beat like the years in between didn't exist for a week. Funny how one little notification can unlock a whole season you thought was gone forever. The voicemail still living in my phone. The voicemail like a place I used to know. The voicemail, a voice from another life calling through the night. I pressed play and heard you laugh before you even said a word. Background noise from a crowded street.
Somewhere downtown.
You said you'd call me later. Said you'd see me on the weekend. Said 100 little things that felt ordinary then.
Look, that's the thing about memories. You never know which moment matters. You think the big events will stay, but it's the small stuff to laugh. Forever the way your voice cracked when you started laughing. The way you paused for a second like you forgot what happened. Now that whole world exists inside 30 seconds of sound. A time capsule from a life that ain't around no more.
The voicemail still echoing through the years. The voicemail still louder than it appears. The voicemail, and though the line went dead long ago, oh, the voice still feels close.
The message ended. The rain kept falling.
The voicemail.
Yeah.
She opened it like she already knew the stories waiting inside. Yeah, the family album, every page a time machine. Every photo got a chapter, every face got a dream. Black and white picture, people dressed in their best, standing on front porches trying to capture a moment. Back before smartphones, back before the internet, with memories lived in boxes instead of living on the web. Funny how one old photograph can bring a whole decade back. The family album, turning pages through the years. The family album, holding laughter, holding tears. The family album, family album. A birthday party in the yard, a little kid riding a bike down a gravel road. Some faces gone, some still here. Some names, only stories now, but every page keeps breathing life into those moments. Look, I used to think history lived inside museums and books, till I saw my grandfather as a teenager in these pictures, smiling with his friends, looking just like we did. Realizing every generation thought they had forever too, or maybe that's the magic hidden inside these pages. Not the photos themselves, but the lives they saved from phases. Family album, still sitting on the shelf. family album. Family album. The family album. And all the years keep moving on. The stories carry on. The page turns slowly. The sunlight crossed the room. And another generation smiled back at me.
The departure board kept changing names, cities lighting up in rows, rolling suitcases across the floor like rivers through the terminal. The morning hadn't fully come, but nobody here was sleeping. Every face was headed somewhere beyond these glass walls. Yeah, gate 23, coffee in my right hand, boarding pass folded up inside my jacket. People moving fast, trying to catch their flights while I'm sitting by the window watching runway lights. Funny how an airport feels like a world between worlds. Nobody really belongs here. Everybody's in transition, one chapter closed, another chapter beginning, and somehow both exist in the same minute.
Yeah, gate 23, waiting for the sky to open. 23, standing on the edge of change. 23, where goodbyes and dreams collide before the flight.
A little girl slept on a suitcase. A businessman stared at a screen. A couple held each other's hands like they were running out of time. The loudspeaker echoed softly through the half-awake terminal. And outside, the first sunlight touched the runway. Look.
I always like these moments right before departure, when the future's still unwritten and the possibilities are larger. You don't know what's waiting on the other side of the clouds. Only that you can't stay where you've been forever. Maybe there's a lesson
Hidden inside every gate. Sometimes growth looks exactly like walking toward uncertainty.
23, still living in my memory. 23, a part of my story. 23, and when they call my roll, I finally stood up.
The boarding line moves slowly. The engine started humming.
And then another version of my life waited beyond the clouds. Gate 23. Gate 23. Gate 23. The gym was louder than before. The crowd pressed close against the floor. The scoreboard glowed through beads of sweat. With 4 minutes left to play, my jersey clung against my back. The season hanging in the balance. Every step felt heavier now.
Yeah. Final quarter, everything on the line. Whole year came down to this little piece of time. All the early morning drills, all the nights inside the gym, all the shots out the practice when everybody else winning. Coach said keep your head while the crowd lost their minds. Funny how pressure shows you what's we're living inside, cause anybody can smile when everything's going right.
Final quarter.
No more time to waste.
Final quarter.
Everything's at stake.
Final quarter. Every second starts to feel a little more real.
Final quarter. 1, 2, 3, let's pull a quarter. The ball moved quickly through our hands. The crowd rose up with every play. A whistle echoed through the gym, then faded into noise.
Across the court, I saw my dad standing near the highest row, clapping harder than anybody, like he always did.
Yeah, look, maybe that's why I remember more than the score itself. Not the banners, not the trophies, not the medals on the shelf. I remember the bus rides, the locker room laughs, the friendships built through losing and the lessons built to last. Cause one day every season ends for every player in the game, and all that's left are memories and the person you became.
Final quarter. Still
scoreboard glowed above the gym. 4 quarters led to this moment. Sneakers squeaked across the floor. The crowd was on its feet, the banner hanging on the wall. Watched another season end, and every breath inside the building felt heavier than before. The last shot, 5 seconds on the clock. Whole season came down to this one spot. Sweat on my jersey, heart beating through my chest. Coach yelling from the sideline, give it your best. All those early morning practice and running drills in the rain. All the nights nobody noticed, all the sacrifice and pain. Funny how a whole year can fit inside one play. Yeah, the last shot, hanging in the air tonight. Shot, under bright gym lights. Shot, and for a second time stood still before it chose the side. Before it chose the side. Yeah, come on. The ball felt lighter in my hands than every dream I carried there. The crowd became a distant sound, fading into silence. The defender closed the space, the buzzer waiting in the dark, and everything I worked for met that moment.
Look, people think the story's about winning, but it never really is. It's about becoming someone through moments just like this. Cause whether that ball drops or bounces off the rim, the work is still the work and the journey still exists.
I learned pressure reveals character more than trophies ever could, cause everybody wants a spotlight. Few survive, standing in it. The last shot, still let the wind through the year. Still out of it in a pin. And when the buzzer finally sounded, I wasn't the same kid. I wasn't the same kid. Yeah. Oh no.
Yeah. The horn filled the tip. The ball left my fingertips. And the season became a memory. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The attic smelled like dust in time. Cardboard boxes stacked up high. I wasn't looking for anything, just clearing out old things. A shoebox sat behind the shelf, covered in a layer of years. Inside were photographs and notes from another life. Pictures from that night, caught me by surprise. Had me staring at a younger version of my life. White tee, old sneakers, standing with the whole crew. Everybody smiling wide like we knew what we do. Back when the future was a rumor and adulthood felt far away. Back when every Friday night felt like a holiday. Funny how one picture can stop time for a minute. Picture from 2009. Picture from 2009. Still living in my mind. Picture from 2009. Picture from 2009. A moment nobody knew would matter this much. The edges had begun to fade. The colors weren't as bright anymore. But every face inside that frame still felt familiar. Some moved out across the country. Some started families of their own. Some disappeared without goodbye, like summer storms. We thought we'd always stay connected, thought we'd always be around. Didn't know life had a way of scattering people around. Different jobs, different cities, different roads to take. And somehow years can pass without a single conversation. But that photo don't know any of that. It's still stuck in that day, still showing us together before everything changed. Still living in my mind. Frozen somewhere in time. I know the years moved on so fast. That summer still lasts. Picture from 2009.
something like.
In 2009, smile back at me one more time. The gym was louder than before. The crowd pressed close against the floor. The scoreboard glowed through beads of sweat. With 4 minutes left to play, my jersey clung against my back.
The season hanging in the balance. Every step felt heavier now than it did in October. Yeah. Final quarter. Yeah. Final quarter, everything on the line. Whole year came down to this little piece of time. All the early morning drills, all the nights inside the gym, all the shots at the practice when everybody else went in. Coach said, keep your head, while the crowd lost their minds. Funny how pressure shows you what's really living inside. Cause anybody can smile when everything's going right.
Final quarter.
No more time to waste.
Final quarter.
Everything's at stake.
Final quarter.
Every second starts to feel a little more real. Final quarter.
The ball moved quickly through our hands. The crowd rose up with every play. A whistle echoed through the gym and faded into noise. Across the court, I saw my dad standing near the highest row, clapping harder than anybody, like he always did.
Look, maybe that's why I remember more than the score itself. Not the banners, not the trophies, not the medals on the shelf. I remember the bus rides, the locker room laughs, the friendships built through losing, and the lessons built to last. Cause one day every season ends for every player in the game, and all that's left are memories and the person you became.
Final quarter.
Still echoing through the years.
Final quarter.
Still louder than it appears.
Final quarter.
And when the final buzzer came, I walked away changed.
The crowd slowly left. The lights shut off one by one, and the gym held on to the echoes a little longer.
Final quarter.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, me.
Come on,
Got it, yeah, like.
come on. Yeah, let me down. The scoreboard glowed above the gym. 4 quarters led to this moment. Sneakers squeaked across the floor.
The crowd was on its feet.
The banner hanging on the wall. Watched another season end, and every breath inside the building felt heavier than before. The last shot, 5 seconds on the clock. Whole season came down to this one spot. Sweat on my jersey, heart beating through my chest. Coach yelling from the sideline, give it your best. All those early morning practices, running drills in the rain. All the nights nobody noticed, all the sacrifice and pain. Funny how a whole year can fit inside one play. Yeah.
Last shot.
Hanging in the air tonight.
Last shot.
Under bright gym lights.
Last shot.
For a second, time stood still before it chose a side.
Last shot.
Hanging in the air tonight.
Last shot.
Under bright gym lights.
Last shot.
For a second, time stood still before it chose a side. The ball felt lighter in my hands than every dream I carried there. The crowd became a distant sound, fading into silence. The defender closed the space, the buzzer waiting in the dark, and everything I worked for met that moment. Look, people think the story's about winning, but it never really is. It's about becoming someone through moments just like this. Cause whether that ball drops or bounces off the rim, the work is still the work and the journey still exists. Silent pressure reveals character more than trophies ever could. Cause everybody wants a spotlight. You survive standing in it.
The last shot.
Still echoing through the years.
The last shot.
Still louder than it appears.
The last shot.
When the buzzer finally sounded, I wasn't the same kid.
The last shot.
Still echoing through the years.
The last shot.
Still louder
Fill the gym. The ball left my fingertips, and the season became a memory. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Smell like dust and time. Cardboard boxes stacked up high. I wasn't looking for anything, just clearing out old things. The shoebox sat behind the shelf, covered in a layer of years. Inside were photographs and notes from another life.
Yeah, picture from 2009 caught me by surprise, had me staring at a younger version of my life. White tee, old sneakers, standing with the whole crew. Everybody smiling wide like we knew what we do. Back when the future was a rumor and adulthood felt far away. Back when every Friday night felt like a holiday. Funny how one picture can't stop time for a minute.
A picture from 2009, frozen underneath the flash of 2009, holding on to what we had. Picture from 2009, the moment nobody knew it mattered this much. The edges had begun to fade, the colors weren't as bright anymore, but every face inside that frame still felt familiar. Some moved out across the country, some started families of their own, some disappeared without goodbye like summer storms.
Look, we thought we'd always stay connected, thought we'd always be around. Didn't know life had a way of scattering people around. Different jobs, different cities, different roads to take. And somehow years can pass without a single conversation. But that photo don't know any of that. It's still stuck in that day, still showing us together before everything changed.